everyone, and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have another Zelda 2 Vanilla 100% all keys tournament, round 1 match here between Nintendesi and chosenear. On comms today we have Aaron and Trav. How are you doing?
Fantastic. How are you, Star?
Doing well myself. How are you guys?
I'm doing great. I've already had my race, and Aaron's already had his race, and can't wait for this one. This one should be very interesting. The two people running's PBs are kind of far apart, but anything can happen in racing, and hopefully it's very entertaining, right, Aaron?
Absolutely. In fact, we've seen a lot of kind of craziness in the first 3 races. We're hoping maybe this one can be a little tighter. No offense to any of the people who've raced so far, but with the exception of Chroma's amazing performance earlier today, we've seen a lot of bad luck and some bad bops and so on. But that kind of comes with racing, and the good players figure out how to deal with it. So, in just a couple seconds here, we're going to see him start.
And we're off. The first thing we're looking for here is for each player to get a bag. We need those 50 points going into P1. And we try to manipulate it with a frame-perfect movement through Magic Cave here and hopefully manipulate a bag out of it.
Yep, it looks like I don't think Desi's working on any particular manip, or if he is, it's nothing I've seen before. Chosen, however, is not able to get it. So yeah, Chosen going directly to Parappa, not worried at all about that experience. Well, Desi's going up to Trophy Cave. This is one way you can make up for it. Although this cave in the dark can be a little bit problematic at times.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Chosen's gonna go for double bubble here. I know he's been doing it in races, so I'm pretty sure he'll try to go for it here.
He got the first one, so he's on his way. That's the main reason why you would skip Trophy Cave, other than the fact that it's a time loss. And it can, if you still get like double jarred, it can hurt you pretty bad. But you lose the ability to do the reverse bubble skip if you do that.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for it here. This is a nice and slow one.
Did he get it? He did not get it.
Did not get it.
Yeah. Surprised. I thought I might have seen him pause up there. I've seen him do it before, so I knew where it was coming, but...
That's one of those tough skips where it's like the spawn's in between a tile, and so your movement there has to be pretty perfect.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Desi is not able to get the way forward. Probably will not try for the reverse bubble. Normally, you have to pretty much do everything perfect to time it right, because getting the encounters to work well in that tight of an area isn't good. And something we've learned, I'm sure people knew about this before, but I learned this year that you cannot simply just spawn the encounters from the grass tile, because they disappear quicker than the forest ones, and unless it works out perfectly for you, they'll disappear before they even get to the screen.
That would be nice, because it's almost like a universal setup. But yeah, I think they have to be like a back spawn, right?
Yeah, it has to be basically perfect, and I never got it, but you got like 2 or 3 extra steps, and encounters tend to not work that way. Oof. I thought Desi was going to get that after all, but he balked and walked right back into one. There's another weird thing about encounters in this game that I haven't complained about recently. That's, considering the game lets you with the hammer break down the forest tiles to grass, you would expect that if you got an encounter on that tile, it would be grass, or that the encounters would act like they were if you were standing on grass, but nope. Just it's a little visual trick, it's a lie. Same as forest.
Z2, just lie after lie after lie.
whoever made this game needs to do better. And Chosen going after the warrior fairy right at the start. Very interesting. He must be... Oh, he wants the beams for the bot in this next room.
Justin Man saying, forests don't have grass on the ground. It should be a stump encounter. I agree.
Well,
a video game that is not true to life. But, I mean, this is Hyrule, so maybe when you cut down a tree in Hyrule you get grass? There are rupees in the grass, right? So...
I think that's a different game. there's no money in this game. There's no money in Zelda 2. Unless experience is money, and you spend money to gain levels, which in that case would make it a lot like real life. Yeah, otherwise, Desi's getting through this perfect, no problems. Experience-wise, he still needs to get one of the 2 bag drops, but I think he only needs 2 bot kills at this point, because the first one I think is going to be a blue jar.
Yep, and Chosen needs a few more bots, and he'll be alright.
Nah,
he is down 50 points, though.
Yeah. He needs a lucky bag drop, which he did not get. Probably won't kill enough, but yeah, I don't think he's even thinking about it right now. If he gets the double bag, he's good, but... I mean, good luck with that.
Yeah, that brings you down to like a 25% chance, and...
Yeah,
I've seen it happen. I've had it happen in races.
I calculated this out at some point. It was something like a 38% chance to get either double bag or 1 bag plus some random bot bag if you don't get the 50 experience coming in, but yeah.
Yeah, it's never good odds. And it's never when you need it. You'll get the bag when you get the bag in Magic Cave, or if you decide to go Dark Trophy or Forest Tile. But if you actually need the bag, it's never there. Right. The bots steal it.
And I think what we'll see here, if he does not get a bag from the skeleton here, if he doesn't get the react bag, he'll probably just skip the Chewy in the last room. But he got it, so hope is still alive. It's the sort of thing that if, assuming the rest of the race goes reasonably well, the post-game interview might be the first thing he literally says. Be like, I got both bags in P1.
I know when I leave P1 with Attack 4, I kind of relax a little bit. Otherwise, It's somewhere in Death Mountain.
Oh, we should mention Chosen somebody who has plenty of experience with Attack 3 runs. In fact, he's done... it hasn't been recent, but he's done Hammer Percent, which is where you go through Death Mountain in the dark, basically right at the start. Oh, look, and he got it. Nice.
Nice.
And then Desi, on the other hand, is fine. His life is a little low. He might choose to grab the fairy. We'll see.
See if he gets a bag here. And he does not.
And again, for chat, we've had a route divergence, which we will see them reunited, basically going into Jump Town. So the difference you see right here isn't exactly how it is. And yeah, Desi's skipping the ferry. I think he's one shot on Horsehead, though, so he's got to be real careful.
Ooh, I thought that skeleton was going to get him.
Yep, just sticking with the low stabs, being real careful. You see a lot of the top tier players that go crazy on those Gumas, but it takes so much confidence to be able to do that.
There he goes.
So he is now on the right track as well. He's got 16 whole extra experience points.
And
yeah.
Took a hammer to the face. Never like to see that.
That's the danger with not taking the fairy in that situation. It's just horse head is scary. That's also the reason why I take early shield. I think I'm the only person in this tournament. I don't know about JLo. He might, but I'm so scared of P1 that as much as I might talk trash about taking shield late, I may basically do it because otherwise I end up dying in P1 1 out of 3 times and like to actually do runs.
Yeah, and technically if you're not doing double bubble, it's faster to do that anyway. So, as long as you get a halfway decent walk to P3.
Yes, big asterisks there. I think the time difference is something like an encounter and a half. I don't know. It's hard to equate the math exactly.
Yeah, for some reason, about 8-ish seconds pops into my head.
Yeah, pretty much everything in Zelda 2 is about 8-ish seconds, so... If you're not sure, just say that and you might be right.
So, both of our runners are back on the same path now. Desi heading into Jump Town and Chosen leaving Jump Town.
Mm-hmm.
Routes are back synced.
Yes, those were not the same signs in the screen. There's one in the front, one in the back. And yep, here we go. Jump Cave, home of the 3-Ock Gorilla screen, then the 4-dealer Gorilla screen, and then you have 2 Aches and 1 Aikman. I think I got all their names right.
Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman.
Yeah.
So the strategy here is to not get Joe buffed.
That is correct.
Alright, there we go. Gets out of it clean. That's about perfect. And gets the first dodge. That's the most important one. Unfortunately, the second one, he went down a little too far, I think.
That spawn totally cheated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first one's the most important because if you get the second one, you can usually get through the swamp, and it's a lot easier to navigate in the grass. But if you get the first one, you still have to. That second encounter usually appears while you're in the swamp, and you're kind of just a sitting duck at that point. It's on the bridge. Desi is now... Oh, took another hit. He's taken a couple here in Jump Cave, but he's still sitting on life 1. He'll probably take life 2 as soon as he clears that 100 experience. And so his life status right now doesn't really matter. But
yeah, I was gonna say I tend to take life 2 right away because if I don't, I will totally forget and end up going 4-1-1.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always a bad time. For me, at least.
Yeah, I think I've seen React do a 4-1-1 once. And it was something... I don't know if he misleveled or whatever, but I get to see Desi take... he's going through Bagu from the bottom. That's always a bit unique. Did he get an encounter?
He got one.
He got one, okay. So most parts equal Bagu walks between the two players. And so we're basically running the same way. Yeah, I got Bagu through the back door. There you go, Justin. And yeah, what was he from levels from them? I'm guessing... I think Chosen goes the life 3 but sticks on magic 1. He might stay on magic... No, the fact that he took life there makes me think that he's not going to take life 3. Because if you're getting a life refill, there's no real reason to talk to that lady.
He normally will take life 3 and P2.
Okay, so he postpones it as a refill in P2.
Right. He'll exit P2 612. I'm not quite sure what Desi does.
I'm starting to think he goes 4-2-3, like I would say it's kind of like the default. Until people have a specific reason not to do that, that's usually what they tend to do. And Trav, what are you? You're 4-1-2, right?
Correct. I like to do 4-1-2 to get that magic level up in P3. That way I can cast jump both ways on that nasty bot bridge.
Alright.
It takes some practice in Death Mountain to get through it 4-1-2. The magic's not really that big a deal, but Life 2 versus Life 3, I think it'll give you a couple extra bops at Life 3, so...
Yeah, and considering the Gurias here hit pretty hard, this is, as far as how Z2 was intended to be played, you're not supposed to be at Death Mountain at this point. It's a little trickier than your levels, or you're under-leveled for this as far as the wizards are concerned who made this game. At least for Magic and Life. Attack, you're probably either at or ahead.
Right, I would assume the developers wanted you to be here at around probably Life 3 or 4. Your attack level probably not as high, but you can take way more bops.
Yeah. Let's see, Desi is... Oh, I thought he was going to kill that blue Guria, and then he changed his mind. Vaughn thanks him for his mercy. Yeah, that's what React's saying. That's my strat. I want to take Life 3 on the orange Daira in the third room, so that I have beams for the Bagu Bagus. But that never seems to happen.
Right. I've only recently found a strat where with beams I can get through there pretty clean. It involves a little hesitation, and if that hesitation gets messed up, it's all over.
Oof. Looked like Chosen missed a hit there and then took an axe to the face as a result. Now I imagine he's just finishing the rest of this room on Fury. Hate getting hit from that guy.
Yeah, Chosen's having a pretty rough Death Mountain here.
Oh, Desi, he's already had to take one life cast. It looks like he's going 4-1-2 as well. So, which is still scary to me. I'm a Life 3 all the way. It's hard for me to have any confidence going in this week.
Looks like they're both, we're gonna see if, okay.
Yeah, Desi got the jar. I bet Chosen's hoping for one here. Yeah, he got it. The only reason you would sit there and camp that is hoping for that jar, because otherwise he was one hit for this guy, which didn't matter anyway, because he just roasted him.
Yep. XP is good though, so P2 should be a blast.
Yep, he just has 6 minutes or so of walking around before he can do it. Is this... I think this is the... Well, no. The post-P3 section is probably the longest walking around section in the game. The post-DM stuff is pretty close.
I don't know how it is for you, but that always seems like the longest part of the game to me.
Yeah,
it's just like it takes forever.
Just wandering around outside, dodging encounters, and going into single-room encounter screens, and then you got a town right in the middle. Hello, Jamich. I would say, to summarize what's going on so far, Chosen's had fairly standard runs so far. Desi, if you take out the death he took to Horsehead, I would say the same thing, but yeah, that was unfortunate. He has a little bit of making up to do, as far as that is concerned. It looks like Chosen's got about a minute lead right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at telling how far ahead people are. I just know, like, maybe the number of screens or whatever.
Well, I was just looking at when Desi hit the hammer and looked over at Chosen splits, so I was cheating.
Fair enough. So
Well,
this is...
Sorry, go ahead.
This is kind of where we ask chat a question, isn't it, Aaron? Did you have any questions prepared for chat?
Never.
Never had any questions. Last time we asked what their favorite cookie is. Maybe we should ask chat what their favorite pie is. So I'll ask you, Aaron. Aaron, what is your favorite pie?
Pizza pie.
That's a good answer. It's not quite what I expected, but it's a pretty good answer. My favorite pie is apple pie.
Sorry, I'm actually a notorious pie hater.
Oh, I didn't know that, or I would not have asked. Should I ask a different question?
No, go ahead. This is a question for Chad. It's not a question for me.
What's your favorite pizza, Aaron?
I would say the one I eat the most often is the mushroom and extra cheese special at the local gas station.
Oh, okay. I'm a big fan of the oven baked pies. Those are like on the stone. They're awesome. The toppings really don't matter to me as much as long as it's cooked in that type of oven.
Oh man, I was talking about brownie pies there at Walmart. It reminds me, I was doing some shopping earlier, and I saw the ooey gooey bars there, and I had to stop myself because they're just 4 really thin, small things that if you eat one of them, you feel like you ate a full cake.
Oh yeah,
they're so incredibly full of nonsense that it just fills you up immediately. But I don't suggest buying them unless you hate yourself. And in fact, if you hate yourself, still don't buy them because you'll just hate yourself more.
Looks like Chosen had a pretty good walk here into Lifetown. Or, I'm sorry, into... What do we call this? Yeah. Mido. He had a pretty good walk into Mido. Mido had a pretty good bridges.
Yep. And Desi's doing pretty well too. I haven't seen any real issues through the end of Death Mountain up to here. Looks like he's dodged all the encounters as well. Or no, he actually took the full encounter on the Boulder Dash Square, but
yeah, he had to hit up Cat's Tile and get his spawns back with the way he wanted them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking at Chosen splits, he actually saved some time there. Although he's going against averages, so who knows what that means.
That means, on average, he saved a little bit of time. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Okay.
There it is.
Sorry, Chosen accused me of no selling his jokes, so...
It looks like Desi had a nice clean walk out of Med Cave too, so...
Yep. Going right over. Took basically the unavoidable encounter there at the Boulder Dash Square. There's probably some manip to do it, but...
I mean...
Who's gonna waste time moving around to dodge a road encounter when it doesn't interfere with anything afterwards, you know?
Yeah, the important thing was on the way here, neither one of our runners had to cast life, so they both had jump when they entered the town, and that makes life so much easier.
Yep.
The room that Chosen's in is terrible. I hate this room, and that's why I hate this room. Either that louder's not where it's supposed to be, or the toenail thrower just throws one right in the hallway. It's just a terrible room.
Yeah, we saw a run earlier, someone die in that cave, and I think I died in that cave in 2 different qualifying matches. You go through all the stuff in Medicine Cave, and you get the Mido, and you're beeping, and you're down to like a bar and a half, and you're like, I don't want to stop and heal, I'll do it. And then, yeah, it backfires. First part of the walk out of that cave is good for Chosen. Gets the double encounter grouping on the road. See if he's able to get to this. Mostly behave up. No, that extra step. Too much. So that's the thing. If he would have kept in Swamp, just moving left, those encounters never would have hit him. But once he hit the road, he interrupted their rhythm. But there's nothing you can do about that. 1.5 encounters. You'll take it.
Yeah, it's just one of those gambles. It's like, do I kind of hesitate? Do I not kind of hesitate? Desi getting an encounter on the road, and that's unfortunate. That's just one of those spawns that just happens to get you.
Yeah, I think there's something you can do with your movement to dodge them, but it's not a segment of the run that you put a lot of thought into normally, because it should just be easy. Like, they should just cooperate. You just go up out of the town and hug the mountains for a little bit, and then go down when the spawns hit, and everything should be fine. But yeah, sometimes the game's got to do what it wants to do.
Yep, and unless you can get a good read on the second spawn, it's kind of like you just do what your muscle memory tells you to do and hope for the best.
Yeah, Desi getting through the cave good. Got the back spawn on the second one. That's always lovely. I believe that means he dodges the next set of encounters entirely. And he's going straight. Yeah, he tried, but he cast fairy to get out of here.
Fairies out. I like it.
So he must not have ferried in the. That's fine because there's a free jar here. So.
Yeah, I don't believe he ferried the heart. So.
Chosen getting attack 5. We saw some conversation about this earlier, right? Like, if you're close to leveling, possibly going to the skeletons first and then going downstairs, because attack 5 versus attack 4 will make them easier. He didn't do that, as we can obviously see, but that's food for thought.
Yeah,
Oof.
and that's changing your muscle memory too, and you would really have to be thinking about that at the time.
Yeah, it's like I always mention, if people have a split for the flute in P5, they always choose the same direction, and they will never change it. Even if they're almost dead and going right to get a red jar might save your life, then they'll always go the same direction. But if you don't have a split, then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I'm kind of the big proponent of, if you've done it one way, do it that way every time, especially P5, because you'll end up forgetting the key or forgetting the flute. So whichever way you do it, just do it that way every time.
Yeah, if I'm going in that room and I'm almost dead, you better believe I'm going right first, even though that's not how I normally do it. I will hunt that jar down, but that doesn't generally happen anymore.
Oh,
Nice!
well,
He did cast Fairy, even though he got the block hit. Blocks, the fun thing about the glove is that they only become unbreakable without the glove if they're landed on the ground. If they're still falling, you can hit them. So Joseph actually did the super awesome strat there, but then still ferried out. So he lost the ability to ferry the glove, but I'm sure he's fine with that. Alright, Desi going into the bot lava room. He was missing 3 bars of health. Could have cast life to get the beams, but I just went through it, walked it, and got through, so kudos to him.
yeah, Chosen should be able to skip everything here other than setting his drop up.
Yeah, you want to kill that eye, too. Even though it looks like it's slow, it saves time. That thing gets in the way here. Like, maybe if you had Fairy, you could just run through, but even then, that doesn't really help with falling fire unless you're above the MOA somehow.
Yeah, and somehow falling fire always seems to find me and kill me.
Yeah. That'd be a funny image. I want to see somebody Fairy above the MOA at some point.
Just go top route, huh?
Yeah. Be interesting to see. I'm sure Desi's going to take attack 5, but there would be some argument to take life. No, he went down to life 3. There we go. I was thinking that might be on his mind because, 1.5 life bars, a little scary. But yeah, nice versatility of strategies there. Head on a swivel and all that.
Yeah, that's one of the good things about racing. You really have to think on your feet, and you're not just going through the motions of the speedrun.
Right. Now, Chosen's experience is extremely high. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but when you start to hit the around 1,000 level, when you exit, you have to be a little careful about soft locks out of P2, because it tends to line up very poorly with road encounter exits, like how long it takes. This from somebody who has done this multiple times. So.
Dizzy's showing us the little trick. If you don't get the Moa kill while going down, you can go back up the elevator and kill that Moa. I don't know that necessarily saves time, but it does get rid of the Moa.
Yeah, well, yeah, by that point, I don't know. I would say that's more of a defensive strat than a time save, but I still like to see it. And Chosen just mows down Helmet Head, no real worries. He did not go for the swag jump on his helmet after he's dead. Oh. Yeah, you see that? It left.
It was close.
60. If he's a little closer, he could have got the fanfare skip, which we saw, I think, Chroma did earlier today. Which is, again, just like the craziest strat that anybody does. No offense to React.
As far as I know, Chroma and React are the only two that currently do it.
Ooh, is he gonna get the encounter? No, he got out of it. Good. I thought he was gonna get the encounter because he only had one spawn, but I think it was a road one. And the road encounters, if you're on a road, when you hit the amount of tiles, just don't bother showing up. Correct?
Correct.
Which is nice of them.
Looks like Desi's on his way in here to Helmet Head. Got pretty decent life. Plenty of XP. Nice kill.
Although you really only want to, you don't want to hit the helmet if your life is, lower than your magic, because then it actually interferes with your refill here. But if it's not, then I don't see a problem with it.
He's got pretty high XP too, so
should be fine if he takes a road encounter, but he didn't take a road encounter, so it doesn't matter.
Chosen getting the true Lordo walk here. Executed it flawlessly.
Every walk that involves getting 0 encounters is the Lordo walk.
These are facts.
That's why they call them Lordo Walkama.
Desi had a pretty good walk out of P2 here.
Mm-hmm. He got the full encounter, and then did he get any others?
Oh, React saying 2060 is the danger zone.
Yeah. Yeah, he would know. Chosen getting the 50-50 jar right at the start, getting the life refill. He did take a bop, I think, bop or two from that blue Berea. And yeah, he's not going to take life in here, but he'll go get magic 2 right now. So he gets all the magic back anyway. And that's why magic is postponed till here. That's why a lot of people are doing that right now, is to get a refill early in this palace. So you don't have to... Well, basically, so you can always ferry the raft and still be able to do jump strats over the who's at the lava room.
Bot lava room, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so much more comfortable like that. The first bot doesn't seem to give me too much trouble. I know now that I've said that, my next race I'll end up dying to it. But it doesn't seem to give me too much trouble. It's the last 2 that are pretty difficult to dodge. And if you've got jump, you have so much more time to maneuver out of the way.
Yeah, you basically jump and aim for the middle, and you can carry a little bit if you see it on one side or the other, but if you land right in the middle and it hits you afterward, you're probably not falling in the fire. Desi unfortunately takes an encounter going into P3, but he's still got all of his life, and he'll get Magic 2 on probably the first enemy he fights, so in good shape. Alright, all you NASCAR fans, here we are in the bot lava room. Time for you to pay attention. Hey, ready jump. I thought he would ready fairy. Well, I guess he doesn't have much of a choice. He can't, he didn't have enough magic to cast it. So he's favoring just keeping jump instead of using fairy. The good luck is when you have your drop set up for that particular red iron knuckle, which is not uncommon. Because then if it drops a bag and you don't want the level, you can just ignore it. And if it drops a jar, you can just take it and then use fairy normally. Desi, I think he got a little bit of a lead foot there on the bottom arrow and kind of just fell down into blocks. Chosen gets the Forever Man.
Desi got hung up on the block.
Oof.
You can clip into that block if you get too close to it.
Oh. Yeah, he did the risky down stab, fell through, and then made the 3 tile jump to get right back up. Nice.
Yep, nice recovery. Respect the Mew.
Chosen making short work of the Minecraft room. Reminder, it's named after Minecraft because... Excuse me, I ruined the joke. Never mind.
You said the punchline first.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh gosh, he is really low on life.
Really low.
I think at this point, Desi is hoping for a jar. Well, I guess he'll get a refill either way, but hoping now no drop, so he's got to take on this guy who is not usually too scary. But then you missed. Oh no, he did get it.
The double KO.
Well, here's the bad thing. I'm pretty sure the kill counted, but the experience. Okay, no, it didn't. Good. That's good for him because he wants that experience. Otherwise, he might be in a little bit of shaky territory. Anyway, Chosen going for corner strats, making short work of Rebo. Even manages to run all the way across the screen and stab the horse in the butt.
Just going for swag. Looks like Desi's gonna use jump on the way back here.
Mm-hmm. So, as a reminder, he is now 2 extra lives down. I don't think... Did he get the grave one up? Because he still has an option to do it. It'd be a little tricky, but you can do it. Just from the exit, but you might wind up getting one grave encounter. The walk back isn't too bad, though.
Yep, and it looks like Chosen has his Eco Key drop set, so P4 should be a breeze.
Yeah, he just has the 3 different walks that you have to do before you get to it.
The Dazzle, the LZ, and To the Kid. Are we still calling the kid Dave?
He never called him Dave.
Oh, we didn't?
I call him Lizard Kid that you abduct. I'm not trying to make a point, but if you look at the kid, I'm pretty sure that it has these same, like look at the kid and look at Link and look at the townspeople, and I'm pretty sure the child is lizard skinned.
Oh, you're saying the child is a Lizalfo?
Yes,
that's what we're saying.
That is my plan. It is not a conspiracy theory. My uncle told me about it on Facebook.
The one that works for Nintendo?
Sorry, I'm just staring. See? Look.
It is. It's the same color.
Oh, Desi is going after the blue IK for some reason. I wonder if he's... is he worried about... Yeah, he was not short experience. He's fine. I don't know if he did the math wrong or something. But this Rebo fight could be scary. If he doesn't get the corner set up nice and safe, he might be in trouble. I think Shield will let him take one hit.
Come on, Rebo, be a pal. There we go.
Yes, Rebo was not a Rego today.
Chosen with a perfect dazzle here. Skips this encounter, and we do 4 stabs here to burn some frames, so these spawns right here come after Link.
Mm-hmm. Nice, throwing the jump out to burn some extra magic. I like to cast Shield, usually in the first one, because I'm scared of taking damage, and that'll keep me from taking too much damage, but pretty much the same thing, right?
Yeah, recently I've been doing the little strat here where you talk to the magic lady and turn Link different colors.
Mm-hmm. It's always nice. Gets a little out there for you.
I've been practicing getting into White Link since White is in my stage name here. I've been trying to hit that.
Yes. Although I believe your family's forsaken you, is that correct?
That is true.
Yeah.
So it's just Trav now.
The artist only known as Trav.
I'm just a symbol now.
Mm-hmm. And the symbol is a dumpster fire.
That is correct. Oh, Mr. Beam.
Oh gosh. And what's really, really bad about this is it's going to screw up the encounters coming out of here. If you get a back spawn, it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, he overthought it, I think. Started trying to react to stuff that hadn't even happened yet. Oh, hello, Cheryl.
Alright. Chosen with the LZ walk coming up.
Yep, the Dazzle was fine. He got through both of those screens very effectively, and looks like, yeah, as far as his splits go, he's still running pretty well. Hasn't really lost any time since the beginning of the game. So he's playing very consistent, very even right now, which if you watch Chosen run this game, it's not surprising. He tends to... His splits, he's usually very close to them, one way or another. Alright, now Desi getting that extra life. I believe he only has 2 lives now? Or is that 3?
That should be 2. He's died twice.
Oh, he's got 2 extra lives.
Oh yeah, that's
okay.
True. Looks
Chosen.
like...
Look at that walk. That's not a bad one, yeah.
There it is.
Clean LZAD.
And Desi got the dazzle. Oh, be careful. One hit.
Doesn't really
Come
need
on,
to do
Desi.
this stabs. Because he changed his mind and went the other direction after the start, which I'm a little confused about. But maybe he didn't like the way the levers were spawning and was like, nope.
He made it through. That's what's important. Zombie Link.
Got it. You only need 1 hit point to be alive. I wonder if we will see him... He's not casting life? I think he just forgot. Yeah.
Yep.
Seeing his
That's
reaction.
the look of I forgot.
So we might see him pop back to the right, or he might just cast life. Again, you don't have to have a whole lot of life through this part, as long as you don't take many encounters.
Yeah,
Because...
I would definitely cast life.
Yeah. Alright, and Chosen entering P4. Skips the MOA. Probably got his count in mind. Because it's a really easy kill, so if you want that 50 experience, or if you want to mess your drop count up, it's a good one to manipulate. Yep, he went back and got it good.
Yep, and Chosen's count is set up for Eco Key, so as long as he doesn't kill 2 extra things, he should be alright.
You know, this being vanilla, we don't really track anything. It would be interesting if there was a reason to track stuff. It would be things like that. You'd have these small count and large count tickers on the screen. Remembering to hit the small count would be a gigantic pain in the butt.
Yes, it would be terrible. And kills come so quick sometimes.
Chosen's not taking the death abuse. He hasn't died yet. I'm kind of surprised. I don't know. He's probably saving a life for GP, you know, all the way to the end of the game just in case something goes wrong, which is a definite race strat. But it will mean unless... well, he wouldn't have a drop set up here, and he's probably going to skip him anyway. But, yeah, he won't be able to ferry the... I always think it's the cross. It's not the cross. It's the boots. Won't be able to ferry the boots. Boing, boing, boing.
Dizzy's on his way to LZ here. I haven't seen that walk, but here we go. Just hold right.
I think he needed to do a little juking on that one. It just didn't work out. But hey, why must you hate me with the raid? Thank you very much. You're just in time to watch the back half of this race.
Only 1 encounter for Desi, so not a bad major turn walk there.
Yes, why must you hate me is a future tournament runner. Expect to see him in 2022.
Absolutely. So for those of you that don't know, chat, we're taking these death abuses in P4 to refill our magic. We need a bunch of magic through P4 for the strats that we used, and there's not really any jars, and we don't set up a drop because we want our drop to be set up in P5. And so we're taking these death abuses to refill our magic. It's also a little bit of a time save, but it's mainly to refill the magic. I think each death abuse is about 3 seconds or so, Aaron?
It's about that. I think this particular room is the greatest time save in any of the death abuses, just because of how quickly you can fall into the pit. But yeah, I think that's the way it goes, because you can hit the key and bounce into the hole real quickly, whereas if you don't, you have to kind of reorient yourself to jump back over.
It'll be real interesting to see what Desi decides to do here, because being down that many lives, it kind of hinders your death abuses.
Yeah, my guess is he's going to take the final death abuse if he has to, but he's going to try to stretch everything out. Yeah, he's casting plenty of spells, though. So he actually cast Jump in the forced encounter screen on the road here, which I hadn't seen anyone do, but it seems like a pretty decent strat. I mean, I've seen some people just cast Fairy in that screen because between the bot, the Chuzoras, and the Tektite, it can be kind of annoying. Oh, and he got the jar. He's happy.
The jar.
Yeah.
I would be ecstatic.
Assuming he doesn't ferry the boots, that'll give him enough magic to make it all the way to the last key that you need to get. Although you could also skip casting Jump, but you can get away with it in the first 2 rooms a little bit. It's a difficult jump, but it's not really difficult.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that was very close to soft locking.
That was
Which again
close.
is actually a hard lock. I don't know why I always call it soft lock, but
That's just because we call it a soft lock, even though it's really a hard lock.
yeah, a soft lock is. You know what? I'm not going to bring that up again.
Yeah, well, yeah, we all know it's a hard lock. We call it a soft lock.
Yeah, Chosen takes the death in the last death abuse room. You need at Magic 3. You need 5 bars to cast Reflect. and you normally just don't have that. So it's a pretty good one to take. Unless for some reason you take Magic 4 here, which is a strat, but I don't suggest it.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what extra you would have to kill here, but it's quite a bit of time loss. Desi just going back with no magic.
No, the scary thing will be that if he doesn't have any magic before the last room, which he's killing smalls, so he just really doesn't want to deal with these guys. Is he thinking about Magic 4? I don't know. That takes a lot of kills to get to here to take both of them. And the thing is, the best way to get extra experience here. Oh no, that he was looking for a jar. Yeah, the next thing he needs that jump cast. Absolutely, like, mandatory, no way around it. So I get it.
Right, he's probably searching for at least a jar.
Yeah, so he got what he was looking
jar.
for. And Chosen making short work of RNG boss. Not much you can really. I like that strategy. I love Desi. It. Just like, I'm not dealing with you. I'm gonna dig around you. They always seem to shoot the worst possible times. Alright, so P4 exit, and again, Chosen's on a pretty decent pace. I don't know what I would call this. It's probably it's still kind of early, but I would say it's like a low 78 pace.
Yeah, we'll have to see how P5 goes here.
Hello, Lego Bacon.
Chosen about to do the strat we've been talking about for the last 20 minutes, which is Eco Key. It's where you can save a fairy cast and do a damage boost with a jump.
Mm-hmm.
Free and easy every time.
Does the no stab version. And again, the whole reason getting the stuff set up in that particular fashion was in case he doesn't get it, to make sure that he gets his magic, a chance to refill his magic, because if you don't get the jump cast, you probably will cast fairy, and then you're basically out of magic. So you get a 50-50 chance, which either gets you a bag, which puts you closer to Magic 4 and a magic refill, like he just did, or you get the jar, which gives you all your magic anyway.
I forgot this fun fact, but Desi has run Deathless, so I'm not exactly sure what his strat in this Rawhead room is going to be, but he has done this before.
I hope his strat is to be real careful about that particular jump, because that's the one that tends to end your day. But I think he'll probably... Yeah, he's going to take this Death Abuse.
Yep.
Even if you got the jar, it's not really comfortable hit points. You never know what Karok's going to do. Taking 2 hits is slightly uncommon, and he had enough for it. But you also got all of these Wizrobes in the meantime, and yeah, a little scary. And yeah, are there any other areas in the run where we do damage boosts, like with Eco Key?
I was actually thinking about that earlier tonight, and I can't think of anywhere else where you would want to get hit unless P3, where the Mew walks on the ground. You do the J Blue boost through the skeleton. Other than that, you pretty much don't want to get hit. Anytime you take a bop in Z2, it will cost you time. So, normally, you don't want to get hit.
Alright.
The P6 Blue IK, which I do not do. Okay. I hate that guy.
Nice call out. Thank you, Ugandis. I think I used to do that one, and then I found myself casting Life a lot in P6, so I decided casting Jump is better than casting Life.
Chosen decides to go get the flute here first. This is his normal strat. I'm not sure what Desi does, but takes down Karok here.
Yep. And he did cast both shield and reflect. With maximum life, it's a little odd. It's a good safety strat. The only reason why you really wouldn't want to do it is because, one, you have to menu to cast it, so that's like a second or two. But it also lengthens your refill a little bit. I had a run recently where I accidentally took Magic 4, and I got a gold split, leaving P4 to P5, which is, just a buffer split. But I ended up getting a gold split because the refill was shorter, because at Magic 4, Reflect doesn't cost as much.
I wasn't paying as much attention to Desi's drops. Do you know if he has Eco Key drop set up?
No idea. I don't even do it myself, so I don't usually notice it too much with the other players, unfortunately. I thought you were on that duty. That was your title.
I apologize. Oh, he gets it!
Nice! And you saw Chosen just leave that experience bag. There's a very important reason for doing that. And that is, he really doesn't want to kill any of these things. He only needs 100 experience to clear this. And having too much experience leaving P5 could be a problem. Due to what you do after P5. And,
okay.
I don't know if Desi's down buttons broke or if he was just trying to dodge everything.
Maybe trying to make up some time here. Just skipping enemies. Not sure. I have not seen this strat. This one's new to me.
He wanted to save his drop for some other reason. It's not really... What is blocks? Okay, here we go.
I hate this room.
They just laid out one row flat all the way across, and that was it. For like 2 seconds. Oh gosh. Yeah, I saw
it looks
someone
like
recently.
his drop was set up though. When he killed that Mew, it did give him a drop. So
yeah, he must have been thinking get it after casting jump. Like he was trying to absolutely maximize his magic, which interesting strat. P5, after you get to the orange IKs, once you get past the block room, tends to throw a lot of magic at you, either with a magic refill or the 2 different red jars that you can find laying around. So it tends to not be too bad. We've seen Chosen has not killed anything until now, since that last one. He's going to have to kill the blue IK, which will put him at 800. He should be fine. If you get to Guma already clearing 1200, that's when you got to be a little concerned, but I think you're still fine. You got to be pretty heavy on experience where you have to be worried about a soft lock, which again is actually a hard lock.
yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the limit is there, but it's got to be quite a few over. I want to say it's about 800 more than you're supposed to have. I always think to myself, if I kill 4 extra Magos, then I'm in trouble.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes the Magos just force you to kill them, more or less.
So he should be fine here. Desi picking up the toilet plunger.
Watching Chosen here started out interesting. Just a double hit to finish, so not a bad Guma fight overall, but it was very interesting to see his strat where most people run right at Guma. He stopped. Like, he let Guma move first before he did anything.
Yep. That's Chosen's safe strat there. So, Cool Taylor, if you watch what Chosen's doing now, he's going to Fairy the Heart, which allows him to grab it right away and skip the fanfare. If he exits the screen before his XP that's counting up right now, then he will hard lock the game. We've been calling it a soft lock. It's technically a hard lock. If you exit on the same frame that counter rolls over, it will hard lock the game.
Yeah, basically the game tries to bring up the experience menu as you're leaving, and then it just stays like the screen is blue, like the background, and then nothing happens. But the music continues playing, so if you like the music, it's not too bad. But the game also is dead and there's nowhere for you to retrieve it. So
Yeah, the only way to get out of that is to either power down or reset.
Yep, it's just nothing you can do about it. So you gotta be a little careful, but you need a lot of experience to do it.
You gotta load in that save state.
Yeah, and again, pretty good P5 from Chosen. He is, but his exit, according to his splits, was 57.30, which is pretty hot. You might be again looking at that 78, 77. With this PB is a very high 76, but running within about a minute of your PB is pretty good for a race. Unless you're like the absolute top tier.
He's definitely on 78 pace here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably mid 77.
Yeah, everything is gonna kind of come down to what we're gonna see out of this town, because we're approaching what is known as the Kasuda Walk, which is probably the most frustrating part of the game for top tier players to be able to navigate all this. First, we have the River Devil Slink, the Welk sign leaving the town. He does get the first skip, so now we get a little bit of a reprieve getting to cast Fairy through a couple of Wilson fence screens. And then, I don't know exactly which strat Chosen takes, so we can see if he does the Lordo walk or if he does a walk that actually gets him encounters.
Yeah, and Desi's XP is fine here. Plenty of buffer room. Should get 700 before Guma. Looks like he's going to the bridge.
Yep, he's ducking in the bridge, reset the counter timer, takes the stab. He's going to hit the swamp here, and immediately go right. And then here, he did it. He had to think about it for a second, but he was a little worried about that spawn to the right, but it wasn't quite high enough to be in the way. So now...
Oh, wow! That Guma kill from Desi. It was Trails worthy.
Oh man, where you at, Trails? You were saying before that, actually I think I said that in your race, Trav, that we needed Trails to send you guys some clips, because I think both of you had kind of rough Guma fights.
Mine was terrible.
But yeah, Desi just wrecked him. And yeah, look at Chosen is now, that walk alone, just off of his average splits, saved 13 seconds. That's how much you get one encounter, you almost always get a second. If you miss that first sling and have to hit an encounter, then you also have to walk it or reset and try to skip the first encounter again. It's a mess. But he got through everything about as good as you could hope for.
Desi making it into the town to take the level ups, and I'll talk a little bit on the level ups here. The reason we want to take them in town is the fanfare is actually shorter. It's shorter in town than it is anywhere else, and that makes all those level ups go by quicker, and so we could save a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's something like a second to a second and a half per one, I think. I might be exaggerating a little bit.
I have no idea. I just know it's faster.
Oof. Missed the key.
And then that's a 0 out of 10 for the pose for Chosen.
No
0 out of 10.
Pathetic. Thickable. Come on, Chosen. You got a crowd watching you. You gotta show off. Gotta put on the show. That's alright. Got a good pace going. Looks like Desi's gonna leave town a little bit before Chosen, so we'll get to see some action on both sides at the same time. The walk leaving New Kasudo is still challenging, but people kind of overlook it a little bit, I think, because the one walking there is so much more annoying.
Oh, it's a heavy.
Yep.
Oh, he missed it by frames.
Yeah, he thought about going back, but yeah. The big problem with walking is you gotta be careful not to take too much damage, because if you just start soaking up a bunch of damage in this screen and then the next two, and then you still have to get through Tektite Cave and before you can get to Kasuto to heal, and that can be a problem. Either you have to heal in Kasuto, which loses a little bit of time, or you end up like taking a death in Tektite Cave, which is just really frustrating. By this time in the game, you have all of your lives planned out, how you want to use them. Oof. Chosen just rushed just a little bit there. That last encounter kind of went everywhere. I'll see if he'll make it to the heart.
His pause was rough.
Yeah. When he gets the heart container, just takes it and stands there for a few seconds for some reason. And then... there we go. So one encounter isn't terrible. Looks like Desi hit his first encounter. I think it's too far away. He's going to have to do another. He's going to have to get kind of lucky here. And he did. There you go.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. His hit points are a little scary. I hope that he's aware of that.
Here comes the trav hole.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, Chosen. What are you doing? No!
Oh, no.
No.
And that's why I just kill that blue IK and make the jump, because... yeah.
Well, hey, you got a jar there. Good job. So, that hurts. That's what, 25 seconds maybe? Something like that?
No, it's not that long. It's about 12 seconds to fall all the holes perfectly.
Yeah, I guess you would have timed it out by now.
I have. Hot strats.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of killing that guy.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on. I think I have it, but you know, it's not. I'm not reliable about it yet. But that like perfect manip to get the 50-50 jar out of this, which, like I said, it seems reliable. It's just I can't quite jump it right. So here comes up the tower for Desi again. No special pose, but automatically give him an extra point just for the fact that. Oh wait, no, he doesn't have the emote. That's Goth for Goth. It has the actual animated emote of the tower going up. Great. Oh no! I actually think this is just the way that the and he gets the jar perfect, so it don't matter. But the way that the 50-50s decide apparently is spawned from when you enter the room. Like that's how the RNG resets. So as long as you know frame perfect, hit it works. Yeah.
Yep. Your strat lets the player reset the room a little better, and got the rail grind.
Yeah.
Nice.
It doesn't waste a lot of time unless you screw it up. Which is what I think I've done just about every day.
Is he making his way to P6 here? See how he goes through Tektite Cave and does these slinks. We'll see if Chosen does some fire strats here. I'm assuming he will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is old hat for him. It looks like he got the fireballs and he moved out of the way, so he has to pause to take care of that last head. That's a little unfortunate. Desi, on the other hand, is he gonna get it? He just barely missed. Like one frame earlier, I think he would have had that double slink.
Chosen paused a tad early, Desi pausing a tad late. Must respect the Mew with the fire strats. The rest of his walk looks good here. Into P6.
Yep, clean and clear. Yeah, Chosen, he has enough magic, he has enough life. We have Rebo and then Barba in this giant pit to not, fall through multiple times. Which hopefully he's able to do. Woo! Got the big bounce.
Desi going with the strat that works. Kill the IK, jump the hole.
Well, he jumped the hole without the jump spell. He did the 4-tile jump there, so nice. I'm too scared to do that. Alright, here we go. He's casting jump, so he's setting up. I think he does the jackhammer now. So, oh nope. He's going for the very odd-looking one cycle, but he gets it.
The sock is the best strat, in my opinion. Unless you just don't have magic to cast jump.
Well, that's... Like, I learned the chosen safe one cycle, which is where you kind of just do it casually, And that was not casually. That was very aggressive. And hey, Desi got the big bounce off of Rebo too. That's always fun. I think you do that if you're like, if you're doing like the crouching stab while jumping up and you dismount him. I think.
Yep, Rebo launch is always one of my favorite things to see when runners pull that off. Now it'll be interesting to see what Chosen does here, whether or not he decides to walk the bridges or if he's just gonna ferry them.
He tends to take kind of a middle road, doesn't he? Like he might walk the bridges. I imagine if he takes a hitter, it looks scary. He might just cast Fairy on the next one and take a life and get the MP refill. But I know when it comes to VOD, he usually casts Spell if he gets a large encounter. He'll fight the small ones, because the small ones are a lot easier to fight. The large ones, like, what is it? They have like a different area they can spawn at you, and the small ones are kind of close together, but the large ones are not. So they're really, you have to kind of guess at one, and if it's not, react to the other.
Looks like he's gonna make it through pretty clean here.
Oh, thank you, Trails, for that. I said all that and then I forgot about it.
Desi with not enough magic to do hot strats here. Looking for a jar. There it is.
I think the strat was of interest to Slackinator, who was trying to do a damageless Z2. Because the big launch out of Rebo helps you to not take damage from him. It's actually really common for you to dismount him and immediately get hit by the horse, or to have Rebo throw something at you before you can really react, or before you even see it, because the horse is kind of disguising it.
Yeah, he'll throw an invisible beam there.
And Chosen there with the God VOD. But the back spawn skipped an encounter. He's going to be saving some time here.
Love to see it.
Experience numbers are kind of gross, though. I need to get something to make it a little more odd. There you go. Like,
there we go.
Like, never mind. Oh, he's going back for the jar. So we'll see him skip the. Yeah, he'll skip the blue, and then he'll probably kill the red unless something really weird happens here. Yeah, he's just gonna cast. Oh no! Okay, good. He got it. The thing about the heavies, if you cast spell on them, you have to wait till they're like right in your face. Like I've downstabbed the stupid eye in the air before, but otherwise, if you can do it right away, you might miss one of them.
Ooh,
oh no!
Is he going for jumpless?
He got roasted by Barba, so he's on his last life. This is I would say I'm counting him in the same category as me. Still pretty challenging. All right, and he had the I think if you take a death at Barbara, the best thing to do is to leave the screen and come right back to get that normal spawn pattern. Otherwise, since you're already in the room, it messes up the timing.
Chosen into GP here. Plenty of lives. Not very much magic here, but I don't think that'll be too much of an issue for him.
Yeah, he has an extra life and only 80 experience away, and there's a room coming up where you're basically guaranteed 60 experience if you feel like it. Alright, also good to know, Trails, thank you. These stupid raw heads, I hate this room. If I have the magic for it, I will often cast spell here, just because they're so irritating to deal with.
Yeah, you have to get the rhythm of breaking those blocks for them to cooperate, and like my last race, I had beams going through there, which isn't normal for me, and the beams messed me up because they kept hitting the heads.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, you're like, what do I do here? Just keep beaming them over and over, more or less.
Desi also walking the bridges here.
Yeah, Desi is not,
dangerous strats.
he is not afraid of advanced stuff at all. I see him pushing the limit a lot of times, doing stuff that, again, people at 79, 78 don't do. And walking this lets you skip the jar, assuming you don't take a bunch of hits and have to cast the, a healed spell. I have a feeling he might be planning on taking the barrier abuse to reset going in the GP. Maybe not. Again, he's got a lot of experience with the game. He might just try to do it all, but he's taken so many hits. Walking this, ugh. Yeah, he's going for the jar. I'm not surprised there, at least to do that. He's still... Okay, I think he's got enough life to do this. Got spell readied up.
Cast spell a little too early there. Chosen making it through GP here. I'm wondering if Chosen's just going to death abuse. Oh,
Desi is
Desi.
having a... Yeah, his alternate strategy is to cast fire instead of spell in this room, because it has a similar effect to beams, but it scares the crap out of me, so I don't know. He's still going for it.
Take the death abuse, got his life back. He'll be getting he'll be getting Magic 8 here, right before Thunderbird.
Again, as a reminder, Desi's on his last life, so it's pretty scary. Chosen going into the Thunderbird room at about 77-10. Pretty good split. And if ideally you can get through the last two rooms in under a minute. That sucks.
Yeah, Desi with the game over here.
Dying right at the end of VOD is about the worst place you can do it. It's just heavily demoralizing having to walk all the way back through the Wilson fences. And the jar doesn't respawn, right?
I don't think so.
Meanwhile, Chosen's at the DL2 room. Excuse me, the DL room. It's a little bit of Dragon Warrior randomizer bleeding over. And, well, it's like the second boss fight in a row. It's very similar. If this were rando, we would say GG as they walk into the room, because normally you don't have too much of a problem here. With the amount of hit points he has, he should be fine. And more to go. A little early. He gets it.
EG Chosen. Official time of 1:18:18.
Nice. GG's to him, and he will be going on to the next round, where he will play. Who will he? Oh, he will play the winner of the Justin Mann and JLo match, which is scheduled for Saturday, I believe, or Friday.
Ooh,
what day is today?
Nice. Today is Thursday, so that's tomorrow.
I think it's scheduled Saturday, actually. I think it was 2 days away. I think we get a day off.
Chosen,
Hey,
welcome
what's up?
in.
Hey. How'd
Nice.
comms go? GG on comms.
Are you listening to us?
No, I wasn't. I didn't want to get distracted.
Yeah, we were
Good.
ripping
Well,
on you
you're-
the entire time. So.
I figured you would be. I'm going to listen back, though. I'm going to get you.
Yeah, we were pointing out all the little mistakes. We're like, oh, he didn't do this. Oh, he didn't do that.
I bet.
That's such an easy thing, and he just missed it. No, it looked like a really solid run. We noticed you were running against averages, and you kept taking your time down there. So how'd you feel about the run?
Well, I mean, you know how nerve-wracking it is when you start in Magic Cave, but I got a good Magic Cave, no bag. Thought I was going to get reverse bubble, and then like missed it by about a frame. So that was like setting the table for the whole run in my mind at that point. But then I was like, all right, forget about it. Just try to get attack 4. That happened. So that was really nice. Death Mountain went terrible. First few rooms were great.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I did point that out.
Oh no!
Oh, Dizzy.
You know what's... Oh, I just saw what you saw. You know what I really think is cool that Desi does is fire in these VOD encounters. That's such a cool idea.
Yeah, I was watching him do that the other day, and I've actually played around with that just a tiny bit. The fireball, to me, seems to come out of Link's sword a little bit differently than a beam does. So if you're used to doing beam strats, it's a little bit different. Like, I don't know if it delays coming out or how that works, but
And here's the other thing.
feels different.
If you're going to do fire, I don't know what the exact magic amount is, but I almost feel like you might as well just do spell.
Well, spell's 24 and fire is 16, so
Okay.
you do save a little bit of magic doing that. If you're going in, kind of the way that other people do using spell strats, you're usually hitting GP with no more than 2 bars.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I did good on all the bridges, didn't get hit. If I got hit, I was gonna get the jar. Didn't get hit, and then like it was going good. Like missed an encounter skip, but then it was like the last one I almost fell in lava and had to cast fairy. I was like, oh man, I wasted a fairy cast that I could have used in GP.
Yeah, but I mean, you got the what was it? You did get an encounter skip, didn't you?
Yeah, he got the last part of Godvod.
Yeah, the second one.
So that's good. That's you got to get the good RNG to get it, but then you also have to time it right, which can be really tricky because everything comes at you from behind. So
On
nice.
my average splits, I was -3 in VOD.
Yeah,
Nice.
I see that. In fact, your splits, you started out really rough, and then kind of the last half of the run really carved up a bunch of time.
Yeah, really rough is maybe an exaggeration. The worst I was at was +26. That was in P3. But then, yes, I did gain a lot of time back after that.
My apologies for mislabeling your run as.
I wasn't
rough.
trying to correct you. I was just letting the people at home know who can't see my splits right now.
Yeah. Like, Chosen is not somebody who does races really rough, just so chat knows.
But here's the thing. I I don't remember the exact word I used, but it was something along the lines of like, let's be. Oh no, I remember. I said, I think that's a little bit of an exaggeration. But my son's always like, to me, he goes, why does everything have to be so precise with you all the time?
So, Chosen, I have to know, what happened with the blue IK?
The blue IK. I don't know which
P6.
one you're talking about. The blue IK and P6. What, the first one?
Yeah.
Did something happen? What happened? Oh, that one. The Trav Blue IK. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I came in the room, like normal. Doing my thing. Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna downstab through you. And I'm gonna hope that you don't hey, what are you doing? You're throwing early beams? And so suddenly I'm on that skinny little platform with this character throwing beams at me. I got nowhere to go. I was like, fairy, maybe? Jump? What do I do? And then I was like, you know what? I am going to cast jump. And then right at that moment, I got hit with a beam and I cast jump and just fell in the hole.
Yeah, yeah, I hate that guy. Just kill him.
I have not had that happen to me in
come
so
on, Dizzy.
long.
Yeah, Desi kept trying on the Bicula room to get past it and just couldn't. And now he's on his last life and his second attempt through here. Well, he didn't quite make it to GP the first time. He actually took a game over. Desi's been fighting through a lot of stuff in this one. He died on Horsehead, and did he die on Rebo, or was it something else in P3, right?
I don't remember. Oh man, come on, Scott, let him through.
I was like, please no. He doesn't have a refill or anything coming up here, so he's going to have to do some jar farming. Being on his last life, that or he just goes and gets a life. That might be an option too.
I would assume he's going to go get the one up.
Well, we still got two difficult rooms to get through here.
Yeah, this is rough.
Yeah, this would be disappointing for him too. Desi has improved a tremendous amount through this entire tournament. I think when he started, he had an 87 or something like that, and just yesterday, I believe he PB'd and has an 81 something now. So
yeah, Desi PB'd by 2 minutes today.
Insane.
Yep.
So he's right on the precipice of that legendary sub 80 that everyone cares so much about.
He does a ton of runs. Well, Trav was saying this earlier today. He's like, he does a ton of runs, and it's just like at the rate he's going right now, he's gonna get a big PB. Yeah, sub 80 is definitely in the future.
There's the fairy strat to get the one up.
And then what do you do on the way back? You grab the fairy as well?
I think you just take the elevator, go down, and then come back up and jump in the fire. He might just continue to go on and try to get through this because, it'd be great if you could get past this guy without dying. And then, fall in the lava like normal. Like
there we go.
It's that, gets past this one.
Wow, that was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, he let the spicy know what for.
I guarantee you I would have died there.
Oh, 100% I would have died. I probably wouldn't even have tried it. I'd have just died in that lava right there and...
I don't normally death abuse in that lava, but I did today. I was just like, you know what? I don't want to walk across this room and then die. So I'm like...
Yeah, I was a little surprised, but then I remembered how much hit points you had. I'm like, yeah, nah. He's got the life. He's just gonna... Because you were going to get Magic 8 momentarily anyway.
Yeah.
And Desi does reverse boss order too, so he's no slouch to...
I'm a little confused at what he was doing, actually.
This is where your brain goes to complete mush, and you're just trying to finish the game.
I know he's got the Magic 7, so he has to do some... you can only cast...
Slaps.
It's either reflect or shield and jump. And again, if you've done low-level stuff, then pendulum strats, and reflect tends to be the way to go.
I mean, flawless victory T-Bird there on Magic 7. That's harder said than done.
Yeah. Something to be said for a damageless T-Bird. Even if it does take an extra round or so, you still feel good about it.
Oh my gosh, but we at least finished it. Let's go.
And here we go, Dark Link fight. He gets the first one out, misses the second. Ever since I learned that you could basically frame perfect this fight, I always check to see if people can pull it off. No, and there it is done.
GG's Desi.
Yeah. Final race time of 1:28:23. Great job, especially that recovery. Dying in VOD really, really sucks, but he managed to push through, which is better than what some of the rest of us have done in the same situation.
Yep, and you're so close to making it to GP and dying there, and then having to walk all the way back it's just heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's a monster to walk back through because VOD is harder than it normally is because you've already had to deal with 3 walkthrough screens before you even get there.
Worst thing about dying in VOD is the no magic 8 if you haven't taken it yet.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't help at all either. And getting to there's no way you're really getting to that. You could get the life 7 if you grab the 500 bag and kill like everything, but who wants to do that?
I don't know if Desi is going to join us or not.
Yeah, he has been invited, and he has seen the invite. We're just staring at it. But yeah, a great race for him. The way this tournament is set up, we had a lot of people right at the top tier of the game, and then there's a bit of a gap, and it's been a lot of these first round matches have had people who've improved a lot over the course, and then against people who are just pushing the top tier of the thing. So appreciate him being in here. Be nice, to see some of us who are kind of closing in on that 80 to be able to what's the word? Like kind of continue to push it, I guess. Sometimes people, get to the sub 80 and they kind of give up the game, but in my opinion, I think 78 or somewhere between 78 and 79 is the real barrier. I think 80 isn't really it because I've seen people who get sub 80 and I've seen people who get 78s, and I'm like, wow, there's a huge difference.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. It's like if you're at like 82 and you're looking to get to 80, it's a real grind, and it feels really difficult. And then you hit a new level, and suddenly you find yourself being able to maybe 78, high 77, and then it's almost just as hard to like go beyond that to 76 as it was to 80.
All right, and I believe Desi is with us now. Can you hear us, sir?
Yes.
Hey, GG's on the race. Good job sticking it out. That was a really rough VOD for you, but I'm glad that you managed to get back to it and just finish it up.
Yeah, that was rough. I'm normally not so bad with it, but Max gave me some trouble there that I had not anticipated. Yeah. So I'm glad I stuck it out, though.
Yeah, and I mean, you actually had a pretty challenging run throughout. Just a few things there, like Horsehead. And, I don't want to bring up everything bad that happened.
No, please. It's good to hear, so I can improve next time, honestly.
What we actually need to talk about is that Guma fight. That Guma fight was sick.
Yeah, Trails trained me earlier today. And after I killed Guma, I was like, thank you, Trails. That was great. That was fantastic. And also, Helmet Head. I studied one of Dude's VODs, and I was like, oh my god, I never did a Helmet Head like that before. So, I mean, that was no Dude Helmet Head, but I mean, it was definitely better than all of my other Helmet Heads. So...
Yeah, the boss fights seem to go pretty well for you.
Apart from Barba. But yeah.
And,
that's really good, though. You were, I mean, obviously you had some bad luck in this race, but you were so headed in the right direction with this game.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, it was funny on the River Devil skips. Chosen missed it Did you miss River Devil Skip? Is that what I'm thinking of?
No, I had a perfect River Devil that whole walk.
Oh, it was the walk to the heart. So one of your encounters, you paused a little bit late, and Desi paused a little bit early, or vice versa. Y'all had them swapped for the slinks.
We could have met in the middle. We'd both get them.
Yeah.
You both got
funny.
Eco Key, which was awesome.
Mhm.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, my 5 was good. I was happy with 5.
Yep. Both of y'all's block rooms were. I forgot to do the golf score, but whatever like 6 over is, they were both like, yeah. The game was not giving it to you.
I got the key pretty quick, but then was like trapped and like couldn't get out.
Oh, it tried to trap me, but like I was like, no, and then like I killed the Moa on my way out, and the Moa like dropped a red jar, and I was like, trash. I don't need that jar.
I don't need you.
Yeah.
Get this out of here. Get it out of my
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I do remember the beginning of your room, Desi, because didn't it just like flat one whole row across the bottom and then just waited?
Yeah. Yeah, and then I tried to do like a 2 tile, like, you know how you normally do like a 3 tile jump, but with 2 tiles, and then it gave me like 4 tiles all of a sudden to work with, and I was like, okay, sure. Like out of nowhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron, do you happen to know who's running next?
Okay, our next race is going to be, I believe it is Saturday night. I can pull up the time here very quickly. I know where it is.
But it's
Yeah.
Justin and J-Lo.
Yes, our next race is Justin and JLo at 10 p.m. Saturday night. We do not know what the restream for that is going to be yet. Always love being here on ZSR, but Saturday night might be kind of busy, so we'll see. Chosen gets to play the winner of that race. Unfortunately, Nessie, you're coming over with me in to the no longer participating group. But you had great qualifiers and really just kind of kept improving the time over and over. And I think that's what this is really about, giving you a goal to just keep pushing at with some competition.
Absolutely.
Yes, GG's to both of you, and thank you so much, Zelda Speedruns. Y'all are amazing as always.
And thank you so much for having us. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks to all of you. Desi, it was so fun. GG, lovely opponent. Trav, Aaron, thank you so much for coming. CSR was awesome across the board. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Chosen, and GG's.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Star.
Peace.
I think I realized I was muted in, I think I realized I was muted in my OBS the entire time. Sorry, repeating this whole thing. Thanks to our runners, thanks to our commentators. Let's reread the ZSR schedule. This will be it for us today. Tomorrow we have the Acronym Time Randomizers Season 5 Qualifier number 4 at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then Saturday we have a whole bunch of races on the schedule. We've got ourselves, let's see, we've got ourselves several weekly races. We've got ourselves the Link's Awakening switching your percent Glitchless Tournament Grand Finals between EDL and Clan Game 2, and we also have the aforementioned Zelda II All Keys tournament match between JLo and Jess. But that'll be it for us. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.